What up, world? We made it. We made it to the end of 2013. It's been a long 12 months. A lot of great movies. A lot of shitty movies. I don't see every single movie though, so I won't be doing a worst list. If you was gonna wait on that, just know that I thought movie 43, Scary Movie 5 were fucking trash. Those were the worst movies by far. Um, but my top 10, ESPN ticker across the bottom, um, 3 honorable mentions, then my top 10, and these aren't my favorite movies artistically, best cinematography, best directing, best acting, blah, blah, blah. These are my favorite movies as far as how much I enjoyed them, how much I was into the movie, how much either I laughed or was on the edge of my seat, didn't get distracted with thoughts inside my head and shit, and my favorites as far as how they kept me engaged into the movie. You feel what I'm saying? So let's start. I'm gonna touch on the 3 honorable mentions quickly and then proceed. So honorable mention number 3 is Saving Mr. Banks. It's Emma Thompson as P.L. Travers. Tom Hanks is Walt Disney. It's about Emma Thompson and her reluctancy to give up the story of the rights to Mary Poppins to Walt Disney so he can make it into a movie. And it shows her childhood. It kind of like is a mirror image because Walt Disney touches on how there was a company that wanted the rights to Mickey Mouse and he wasn't trying to give them up, so he knew how she felt. But it was about the back and forth and what compromises they needed. You know what I'm saying? Flawless acting and just because it's a true story. That's why it's interesting. You know what I mean? Honorable mention number 2 is American Hustle. Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, Jennifer Lawrence, directed by David O. Russell. And just a con man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody likes a good con movie. Ocean's 11, The Italian Job, things of that nature, and just the who's playing who. Jennifer Lawrence, her performance, like I said in my review for this, one of Christian Bale's best characters he's ever done, in my opinion. Honorable mention number 1 is Captain Phillips. Another Tom Hanks movie. Another true story, and just Tom Hanks' character, the captain of the boat, just his acting, the scene at the end, man. Like if he doesn't get a nomination off of that shit, somebody needs to get the shit slapped out of him. The main pirate, he needs like a best supporting actor nomination. Just man. This movie, it was great, and it was just crazy that shit like that actually happened. Okay, time for my actual top 10 of 2013. Starting with number 10. At number 10, I got 42. Some people call it 42, the Jackie Robinson story. It is about Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier in Major League Baseball and the struggles he went through, how just like playing for the Brooklyn Dodgers, Branch Rickey and his belief, and just the way that they basically had to be there for each other and support each other because they was both taking heat. And Alan Tudyk, I know this shit was back in April, but Alan Tudyk, fuck you, dog, because you were a dickhead in that movie. Just more true story shit, man. More eyes into real situations and history, you know what I mean? Chadwick Boseman, Harrison Ford, just great performances from both of them dudes. At number 9, I got Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. And like I said before I started my list, just the amount of laughter, you know what I mean? The amount of laughter, the how engaged I was into the movie. As ridiculous as this movie is, I was laughing the entire 2 hours. I was interested the entire 2 hours, and I did not walk out with, you know what I'm saying, like a bitter or questionable mentality about the shit. And like the story for one, the supporting characters for two, and the cameos. That's why this shit made my list. It's not Anchorman 1, but it's still great. At number 8, I got Gravity. Um, Gravity was such an amazing movie. Just some of the shots, just I don't, just the special effects of capturing how realistic it looked with Sandra Bullock being in outer space. Sandra Bullock's performance, she is the movie. I mean, George Clooney is in it, but Sandra Bullock is the movie. Deserves some kind of award, nomination, if not a win. Alfonso Cuarón, man, just another up and coming / already current great director. Man, like, ain't even nothing else to say about Gravity, man. Just, man. At number 7, I got Prisoners with Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, Terrence Howard, Viola Davis, and Maria Bello, and Paul Dano. And, man, just how captivating and sad and intense this movie was. And knowing that it's a real world, like this shit happens in the real world, that's what made this movie crazier. And like, this isn't fiction at all. Like, this could easily be any family in the country's like life incident, you know what I'm saying? And like Hugh Jackman's portrayal of this father, you know what I'm saying, on the edge of going insane because he's so desperate to find his kid. And there's another, like, I know of the movies I've talked about, I've already like said 3 nominations, but Hugh Jackman deserves the best actor nomination for this shit. And Jake Gyllenhaal killed it. Everybody in this movie killed it. And the movie was long as fuck. At number 6, I got Pacific Rim, directed by Guillermo del Toro, and Idris Elba is in it. Who's the dude from Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Charlie Day, Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy. I mean, it's not even about the characters, man. It's not even about the story. Like, there's complaints about this movie's story and backstory and all this other shit. Like, man, who the fuck cares? Like, the 8-year-old inside everybody. For robots versus monsters? Let's fucking do it. At number 5, I got The Wolf of Wall Street. Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese, Jonah Hill, Margot Robbie, and man, just how crazy that another true story about a corrupt ass stockbroker on Wall Street and the rise and fall, man. Like I said in my review, man, Scarface for Wall Street. I saw another reviewer that said that this was like this decade's Pulp Fiction, man. Nah, this is this decade's Scarface. Like, it's the end of the year. This movie came out on Christmas. It's still in theaters. Go see it. At number 4, I got Elysium. Matt Damon, Jodie Foster, Charlton Copley, Neil Blomkamp. This movie is great. Just the way that basically how it's like the rich stay rich and those without healthcare coverage suffer. I mean, that's low key what the message of this movie is. I mean, Matt Damon, man. Dude's one of the best actors doing it today. Neil Blomkamp is on his way to being one of the best directors doing it today. And I think his next movie, Chappie, is already in pre-production or whatever. I'm in. 3 through 1, man. It's all nerd movies. So prepare yourself. At number 3, I got the Wolverine. Hugh Jackman. He's played Logan. He's played Wolverine for 13 years. He is Wolverine. And this is the Wolverine solo movie that everybody wanted to see in 2009. It takes place after the last stand, so he's basically like having some type of PTSD, dreams about Jean Grey. He didn't mean to kill her, and there's a Japanese tycoon that basically wants to steal his powers before he dies, and it just how Wolverine deals with it, and the fight scenes, and how he's got to protect the chick, and the post credit scene, man, for leading into Days of Future Past, man. That's all I need to say about that shit. At number 2, Star Trek Into Darkness. I love Star Trek '09, so I was immediately excited for Into Darkness. Chris Pine as Kirk, Zachary Quinto as Spock, Zoe Saldana, Carl Urban, John Cho, Simon Pegg, man, J.J. Abrams' direction, Benedict Cumberbatch is the villain, just the humor, the special effects. I was into the story. It was action-packed. Motherfuckers want to knock it for the secrecy behind Benedict Cumberbatch's character or Alice Eve's undressing scene. It's like, man, who cares? Go to the theater and enjoy the fucking movie. Cause I mean, that's what I did. And like, I was on the edge of my seat for the whole fucking duration. And I love that shit. Numero uno, man. Number 1. My favorite movie, my favorite theater experience of 2013 is Man of Steel. I know motherfuckers' noses are up because Superman doesn't kill. He snaps Zod's neck. Corny lines from Lois Lane. I don't know, man. The destruction of Metropolis. Like I said with Star Trek, man. Who gives a fuck? Like, motherfuckers was complaining, not enough fighting in Superman Returns. Well, this was mad fighting in Man of Steel. Too much story in Superman Returns. Oh, but it's not enough story in Man of Steel. Motherfucker, who cares? David S. Goyer killed it with the script. Zack Snyder killed it with the direction. Henry Cavill is Superman. I mean, yeah, Russell Crowe was dope as Jor-El. I feel Michael Shannon was a great villain. I loved it. I loved it. And that's, you know what I'm saying, that's what the video's for, in my opinions. The comment section, though, is for your opinions. So I want to know either your number 1 favorite, your top 5, top 10, whatever your flavor. Let me know your favorite movie/movies of 2013. My top 10 hip-hop albums of the year should be up. Within the coming days, I'm going to post a Blu-ray collection update, Sports Talk, NFL playoffs with my dog, Orlando Penner. Look us up, Good American Sports on Facebook. And my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2014. I can't wait to do this again all next year, man. Peace.